Sprite.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get the chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that. Ooh.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Pickett will look to throw it here. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Pickett now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Runs through another. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept churning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Pickett. Buying time to his left. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson. 26 yards. And the Steelers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass in the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On play action, Allen. Gets this one to Morris. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Forced out to it. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From midfield, here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Allen. And that is is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
First down, and they go back to Harris. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know they're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he is out of bounds here on the return. At their own 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. To the air on first down with Pickett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Phillips able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. McKenzie now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points. Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. Throwing is Allen on third. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think? Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Off play action, Pickett. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Kenny Pickett fighting Pat Freiermuth.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love, they gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the streets so I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league.
I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing that with me. Yeah, crazy thing that with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe so you gon' see. Yeah. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the crap. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck, jab, hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, got power from my head and my feet.
I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping the track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw, Prescott. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, let's see. The Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Now they go screen, it's complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Fourth down, Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
46.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 26. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Hey, go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, take 26.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers, his throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
102 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a 1st down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard to the 27-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Draw play, Elliott. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st. Prescott down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
26. Get 300. Get 300.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the 31, Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Rodgers to throw once more. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And this one too low.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Elliott running right. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jones. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones from 6 yards away. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes.
He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
To the air again, Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Marr now to kick this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 153 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
They'll run forward with Pollard. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it was
in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
47.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Go to 50. Hey, you watch. Take 30.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 66 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Being chased out left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Micah Parsons. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Rodgers gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the...
I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Dalton going to throw right away. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
4th down, Dalton wants to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Faking the handoff. Howell. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. To throw here, Dalton. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He finds his man Johnson.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From midfield here, Dalton. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, trying to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. On the move to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
17 yards that time and a Washington first.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Room here to run. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 39 yards. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now to the air on 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Dalton now to pass. There's Chris Olave. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. So they are going for it. Now Dalton, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd down. Howell now. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's a screen for Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Robinson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Howell, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Look at the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Dalton, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing, Dalton. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Complete. It's Johnson. Gets around him. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Dalton. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and now it's 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Looking long for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. Here's Dalton to throw for it. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
First down, Howell to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. One last shot before the break, Howell. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They look to throw on third with Dalton. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. They'll try on fourth. Here's Dalton. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Andy Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. So Dalton now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw here, Dalton. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, a 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On 2nd and 12, Heineke. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson, 32 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Passing, it's Dalton. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's a nice job there knowing what his options are. He's out of the pocket to his left. And I thought maybe he'd think about running with this one, but he uses his vision instead. Finds his man on the left sideline, and they convert on 3rd down.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Dalton sets up play action. He completes it to Olave. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack on 1st down, Dalton. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Dalton. That's out to the flat for Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They run. It's Kamara. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Dalton. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Third down from the gun. Dalton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. From the gun, Heineke. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Kamara try the right side. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. Here's Dalton. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
this is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Heineke. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
2 yards on the carry there. It's going to lead them to 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 4th?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11" Landry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. All right, here's Dalton. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
So now Dalton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Dalton wants to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise the bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. bright.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Harrison Butker set to get us started. It's two AFC powerhouses, the Chiefs and Ravens, underway in Baltimore. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Right to the air is Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Jeez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but you know, if you wanted proof of his straight-line speed, look no further. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found his way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Edwards. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Once more, Edwards. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 27 yards. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, hit as as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes finding Mecole Hardman. And the Chiefs have moved out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action with Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
To throw again is Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Throwing is Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They fights him off. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll buy some. Throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Play action, it's Mahomes. Open man here, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Chiefs get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line.